little tech talk here on golf balls. You know, for 53 years, people have been asking me, Jim, what's the best golf ball for my game? I can't tell you that, but I can tell you a backyard test that may get it down to a couple. Number one, get your two balls that you're testing and put them together like this and put maybe about 8 pounds of pressure on them. And the more they resist, the more spin you'll get. Now there's some fancy equipment, as you know, that tells you spin ratios, a compression test and all that, but this is your backyard test to get it down to the top 3. So that will tell you your spin ratio. Same ball, the one that sticks the most will give you the most spin. The next one is the feel. The feel of the ball is normally indicated by the sound. So let's drop a few balls here. And this is one of my favorite, a Max Fly. And let's listen to it. Very soft. Now we're going to go to something that, you know, some people may have tried, a Snell ball. Much louder. And then what Titleist is trying to be doing with their Pro V1 is to get the Pro V1 to have some type of click sound to it, but not too soft. So some of the top pros don't really prefer the softest ball because it doesn't give them any audio feedback. But we found a fake Titleist. And by the way, there's fake Callaways out there. Refurbished is normally the word they'll use. But listen to the ball. Now listen to this Pro V1. Now compare the two Pro V1s. One goes much higher. Watch it again. That's the real Pro V1. So be careful with the fakes out there, the refurbished. So your sound is an indication of feel. I prefer the softest ball. And that's probably the best ball for someone swinging at an average speed of 95. And that's what I'm doing at the age of 72, 73. So check your speed out. If you have a higher speed, over 100, you may want more of that professional click sound. Now, of course, distance. That's what we were kind of doing here, is checking the distance. And normally, again, at 95 mile an hour an average speed, the ball that jumps the highest will probably give you the best distance off the driver and 5-irons. You're looking at a Titleist versus the Max Fly. Max Fly on my right. You gotta have a nice surface. There's a good bounce. It's probably beating the Titleist AV by just a smidge. But the one we find that probably outdoes everything is a Super Soft by Callaway. Now Callaway makes many array of soft balls. Hex Soft, Tour Hex Soft, but anything with a soft on it, you're gonna find that the Callaway out rebounds almost every ball. It's going to be your best distance ball for 95 miles an hour. Now there's two other important characteristics on the ball, and that's how it looks to the eye. Some people want the alignment indicator on the ball. If you like to use that, you see a lot of the touring pros doing that, aligning the insignia or just an arrow to their intended line of putt. And then there's, of course, the last and most, to some people, the most consideration, that's the cost. So we feel a good ball should not cost you more than $29. The last thing I want to mention in balls is if you buying a high spin ball, like a Pro V1, oh yeah, it will spin more this way, but it also spins horizontally more. That means more slices, more exaggerated draw, exaggeration of a slice from the fade. So remember, when you get a high spin ball, you're also going to get a deviation on the horizontal plane. So remember your top 5. The feel of the ball, okay? That's the sound of the ball. Number 2, how much is it going to spin? That's your compression test. You're actually testing the friction ratio of the cover. Number 3, how far is it going to go? That's your rebound test. How it looks to your eye. I particularly like to use color balls. I can find them a little bit easier at an older age, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with that. And of course, number 4, the cost. Be careful of fake balls out there called refurbished. They may not be the real thing, and you can tell by the sound and rebound. And that should give you your backyard test. Remember, try any ball out there, get it down to the top 3, do your backyard test, You're going to be a better player for this. You'll find your perfect golf ball.